Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna just be documenting my Ftmo journey, just showing like four trades that I took. Not all of them was winners, so I'm documenting my wins and losses. So this video shouldn't be long. I'm just showing my entries and where I got stopped at it or where I took take profit at. So on AU right now, I'm gonna show you the trade I'm in right now first. So we on the daily, and you can see this was a daily resistance level, and it didn't break past. It wicked it twice, and then dropped all the way down, made a double bottom, and then shot back up. So we back at the resistance, which is now support. So drop down to the 4 hour. Um, so right here you can see it broke. It barely broke, but it broke the resistance level, and then it broke back in. Um, so once it broke that first time, I came down to the hour chart, and I see it broke out, dropped down, and made a higher low. So of course this low higher than this low. And so once it did that, it came up, broke back out again. And I actually got in. Well, you can see this line right here. That's why I got in at. So I was going to get in right here once it break this point, because that's the last point price went to when breaking out of the zone. So, but I got in a little bit late. So I got in right here, and then I was in drawdown. It came down, made another higher low, this low higher than this low, and after that, went in profit. The MA's crossed way down here, so my confluences was it broke out the box. Well, it broke out the zone on the 4 hour candle, and on the daily too, of course. And then it dropped down, made a higher low. MA has been crossed over, and then it broke. Right here, it broke the previous high that it made and made a new higher high, and it was making higher highs and higher lows, just following structure. And then it also broke. It came back in, broke out, and then it retested again. Retested 3 times, and then continued. So right now, you see it's just like consolidating a little bit. So I'm gonna put a screenshot of how much I'm in profit right now, but I think it's around like $200, $300 in profit right now. So now let's go to I got another trade on AU that I hit stop loss on. So I think it was right here. So it was again coming from, if you start on the daily, the same zone. That's what I was focused on. So I thought it hit this zone right here. This the second time it hit the zone. I thought it was going to drop and come back to this mid level. But you can see it hit it. It did drop, but it came back up and then consolidated around the zone a little bit and then shot up. So it was my fault that I lost this trade, because I didn't wait for a break and retest. I just jumped in. So I jumped in. I'm gonna show y'all. So I got a short position. The MA's crossed, and then it broke the 4 hour, and then it couldn't break past the previous high that it made, which is why I drew my daily resistance level. So when it broke through, it was literally at the end of this candle. I got in right there, and then had my take profit at the mid level, and I was in no profit at all. It just straight up, and luckily I didn't have my stop loss all the way up here. I dropped down to I think it was the 15 minute. I dropped down to the 15 minute, and I put my stop loss above all of this right here. So zoom in. So yeah, this the 15-minute time frame. It came down, came up a little bit, just consolidating, and then it dropped. So that's why I put my stop loss at. And I wasn't too confident about this trade anyway, so that's why I had like a tighter stop loss. But I still took the trade. So because I didn't want to not take the trade and then it go the other way. So I mean it go in my direction. So I did have three confluences, but I didn't wait for the main confluence, which was the break and retest. So that was my fault on that part. And so those was the two on AU. And of course, one of them is the one I'm in right now. And the next one is GA. So I didn't catch, like, I'm not in this move that's going up. I didn't catch that because I'm looking forward to break the 1.8 level. So it's really, if you look at it from a bigger time frame, you just step back and look at it, you see it's really consolidating between this key level and this mid level. So the whole time I really been like buying it to the mid level and then selling it back to the key level. And I know in my one of my past videos I was saying like don't trade consolidation, but I was talking about like the smaller consolidation, like probably like 30, 40 pips or something. This consolidation is 250 pips, so like you missing out on a whole lot of profit. It's just going up and down 250 pips each. And it's just a whole lot of profits to be made. So that's why I'm entering in this particular consolidation. But you can see another reason. I posted this on my Instagram and on my Snapchat, I think. Um, you can see it made these head and shoulders. So that's the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So, but it's not at the usually you consider it head and shoulders when it's at the top of an uptrend because it's a reversal pattern. You see a head and shoulder top of an uptrend supposed to shoot down. So, but this is in consolidation. So this is like another reason that I want that I think the GA is gonna shoot past the 1.8 level, but I can't just put in a sell. I just gotta wait for it to break and retest that key level because it's been consolidating around that key level for a, a couple months now. So go down to the 4 hour. You can see this pattern clear on the 4 hour. Head. I mean left shoulder come down. This the neckline which matches up with the key level. Comes up, make the head, comes down, back to that neckline, the key level, comes back up, make the right shoulder, and comes back down. So it didn't break the neckline, which is the key level, which is what I'm waiting on. And I could have bought this trade back up, but I really didn't like because I'm not confident in that going back to the mid level. I think it's gonna drop back down to the key level and hopefully break it, but we just gotta see what it's gonna do. But the trades that I actually took was this move up back to the mid level. So we on the 4 hour time frame right now. So you can see, I had this trade going down too. That's why I made the 1.8K this trade going down. And so I seen as soon as it got back to the key level, it didn't like the bodies didn't break the key level at all. It just wicked it. So and they all closed above the key level. So of course I'm thinking it's going back up or it's just gonna be consolidated for a minute since it's a key area. It's gonna be consolidated for a minute. So I just waited and see what it was gonna do. And of course these 4 hour candlesticks. So it made two dojis on the key area, which are 8 hours and all. And so and then you can see this big bearish engulfing. So I mean bullish engulfing candle. right here. So I dropped down to the 1 hour. I dropped down to the 1 hour, and you can see that after this big move down, it came up and made another lower high because it was in a downtrend from that mid level. It made another lower high, but then when it came down, it made a higher low. So, this the lower high came down, made a low right here, came up, made a lower high, came down, and did not break this previous low, and it stopped here and made a higher low. So once I seen that, I was thinking it might go back up to the mid level again instead of just breaking down to the key level. So I was looking to buy, of course, and I think I think my entry was I think my entry was like I think it was right here when the moving averages crossed over. I think that's when I entered. So and with the FTMO challenge, I should have been done with the FTMO challenge with this trade, but I'm gonna show you why I messed up. So I had a long position right here when the moving averages crossed over. My stop loss was a little bit below the key level, and then my stop loss was the mid level. So 1 to 4.52 risk to reward ratio, only a 46 pip stop loss. There was a 5 trade, and I messed up because where is it? Okay, so trade went into profit, of course, came up, made this high point, came down, made this higher low. So I moved my stop loss right here. So of course my stop loss was right here, so I moved it up right here. And I was just a little bit, my stop loss was a little bit below entry because my entry point was right here after this moving average crossed over. So my stop loss is now set right here. So I was real, of course I said this trade was going to complete the FTMO challenge for me. So I was like, my emotions got involved too much, and I was getting real hyped. I was getting real hyped about finishing the challenge. So once price came up right here, and I was seeing a whole bunch of profit. Like I think right here it was about $600, $700 in profit, and so. And I can't remember if I had two. Yeah, I had 2 trades running. Once it came up and then came down, I placed another trade, and I moved my stop loss too close to the next low. So my stop loss was I moved my stop loss like right up on it because I was I didn't want to lose no profits. And so what it ended up doing, as you can see, it came up, and I wasn't even looking at my phone when it got up here. So I was probably about 1,000 or almost 1,000 in profit. I would have just took my money because that was the end of the challenge. I could have been done. But once I opened up my phones, because all this happened at 3 in the morning, and I was asleep at that time. So this happened it came down and stopped me out at 6 in the morning, and yeah, six in the morning. So I got stopped out in profit with 1 trade, and the second trade I was in I got stopped out in the negative because I entered like somewhere up here. Like once it broke the next high, I entered my trade right there, and then my stop loss was down here, so I lost a couple, probably like $200. So I made around 500 and lost 100, 200 on this trade. And then the AU trade that I showed y'all, that was the same day. So I basically like almost broke even on the whole day. So So yeah, so I could have completed the challenge, but I didn't. I missed it by messing up my stop loss, and I could have completed the challenge right here too. The next day, it came up. You can see it was resisting this mid level, a long wick to the mid level, wicked it again, making smaller candles. People probably taking profit, and so instantly came down, made it made another higher low, and then once it was like 12 in the morning. It was like 12 in the morning. I was about to go to sleep, and I opened up my charts real quick one last time, and I seen it make this lower high. So I was like, I didn't know if it was gonna retrace or was it gonna reverse, because I thought it was gonna like wick the mid level for a minute before reversing if it do reverse, or I thought it was like just gonna retrace a little bit and then try to break through the mid level or something. So I was going to sleep, so I didn't want to force a trade in and then end up messing up. So what I did was I just let price play out, and this was 12. Okay, this 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, I think I was on I was looking on the hour, but I dropped down to the 15 minute too. So okay, so this 1:45 in the morning. This whole it just pushed down, like just pushed all the way down. And I thought it was news at first. I thought I missed something on Forex Factory, because I checked the news on Forex Factory. I thought it was some unexpected news that came out. So I checked the news. It was no news, and it just dropped, and it never came back up. Like I thought once it dropped, I thought it was probably gonna come back up, because, like I said, I thought it was news, but it dropped, never came back up. So if I would have got in right here, I would have been in profit, and I would have had. Let me see how many. Just say I got in after that. Um, what's that? 192 pips. It didn't touch the key level, but like I said, it don't. It never stops at a specific point. It just comes to an area. So once you see price, coming up again, you could have just took your money out. And so yeah, those are the trades that I took, and this was a trade that I missed. And of course, what's going on right now, I didn't enter right here because I was going to enter for a buy if it wanted to go back up, but I wanted it to actually come down to this key level, like somewhere around here. I want like it did. I go back to the 4 hour. I wanted it to come back down to the key level like it did right here before going up, right here before going up, right here before going up, right here, right here. I want it to come down to the key level before I think about buying it, because it could have just been, because look on the 4 hour, it just dropped and never made a lower high or nothing. It just dropped straight down. So I'm like, if it goes back up, it might just be making a lower high and then drop back down to the key level. So we still don't know, because it came down, it came up right here. It looked like it may drop back down and hit the key level, or it may keep going up to the midpoint. Because like I said, on the bigger time frames, it's really just consolidating between a 250 pip area. So yeah, that's all that's going on right now, and that's all going on with my Forex journey right now, my Ftmo journey too. So I'm gonna post a clip of the profits that I'm in right now, AU, and once I'm not going to upload the video today unless AU hits my take profit today or stops me out. So if it stops me out, I'm gonna still show y'all how much I lost, and I'm gonna show y'all my trading journal on Ftmo. So if it stops me out or hit take profit today, I'm gonna edit the video tonight and upload it. I might upload it tonight still, depending on what time it hit take profit or stop loss, if it does. So if it hits it, and before, like, before it get real late, I edit it and go and put it out. But if it do it like tomorrow, today Thursday, so if you do it like late tonight or tomorrow, I'll just post it Friday because I don't hold my trades over the weekend, so I'm gonna close my trade out Friday anyway. So yeah, so real. Well, I thought it was gonna be quick. It's 20 minutes, but I'm just showing you my Ftmo journey, my entries, and stuff that's going on, my losses and wins. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next video, and like, subscribe if you want, and comment for video suggestions or any questions that y'all have. And I'll see y'all in the next video.